take nothing.
Not even pajamas?
Come on. We must
Not
leave
even
now.
pajamas.
Madam.
Order.
Oh.
If we cannot eat, we will die, and the dead make poor allies.
Is that all?
Yep, that's the lot. Off you go then. Good luck. Nice knowing you.
Jimmy, that really you? You look different somehow. Were your eyes always that colour?
Just me.
Nah, Jimmy's got periwinkle eyes like a beautiful summer morning sky. That's not him. It's not Jimmy.
Oh, I have been found out. So now
slew the last of the wolves, which had proven to be a mighty challenge, and far more exciting than rabbits.
Yeah, bit predictable though.
The novelty of the rabbits wears off a bit when you realise you can't fight them though, doesn't it?
Does everything have to be about fighting?
Yeah. Story is conflict. Ideally with not too much story getting in the way.
yes.
You again. It does tend to obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Killer! Fast!
Alrighty.
You actually did it. Wow. You're quite the wicked one, aren't you? Well, beyond here lies an ancient temple of evil. I'm working out how to get in there at the moment. Shouldn't take me too long. Come back soon. Thanks for the murder.
Ah, well done. Thanks to you, there's less peace and love in the world. Ah, oh, I highly doubt that. But anyway, so that...
Do try to put on a good show for my guests, won't you?
Show? You expect us to entertain you?
But of course. It's just a game, my little sweet.
Oh, just a game.
Wheel of Misfortune. It's rather simple. I spin, you die, we watch. Really, it's a riot. According to the book, only blue switches require melee weapons. The red variety requires magic, and to activate yellow switches, you must shoot them with a firearm. Fortunately, that section of the book also indicated where some firearms were located, and these weapons, well, they must be seen to be believed. Please return to the sanctuary as soon as you can.
He makes it sound like I have a choice, right? Let's go back to the sanctuary. Let's put it on for science.
You're dressed as a chicken. What are you planning to do dressed as a chicken?
Oh, Jasper, you really don't need to know. You needn't wonder too much longer.
Dear. Unless I'm mistaken, this is a scene from Morley's notoriously violent historical epic, Titus the Mutilator, Part 2, which would mean this is the gladiatorial arena from Act 5, where Titus is finally slaughtered by savage warriors seeking revenge. A favorite scene of mine as a child, I must admit. And here is Titus's famous costume. I had some pajamas that looked just like it. Put it on and you will take on the greatest role of your life.
Well, there they
You
are.
said this cemetery would be loads of fun, and now it's obvious you were talking bollocks.
Well, I'm not getting it. Have Livy here get it.
Who? Oh, right. What about it? We'd really be ever so grateful.
This is no ordinary book. It's the Normanomicon. It can summon the dead.
Well, that makes it sound so insidious. We don't want to do anything diabolical with the dead. We just want someone to have a chat with.
I can't believe you. Why couldn't you have thought of the book before we left?
Yeah, well, at least
Do we want to find the book
which is
of
more
the
than
dead
usual.
for Max and Sam? Boy, speak of the
I had the idea
Normanomicon.
to come here in the first place.
All right, you guys.
Yeah, and
guys.
look how well that's worked out.
Genius. Problem solved.
Now, the thing is, the book is in Millfields.
Our mum's got it. She always said she'd take it to her grave.
Which she did.
You'll have that book over my dead body, she used to say.
Which was eerily prescient.
So all you have to do is dig it up.
Is this not the grandest time you've ever had?
Sabine, you almost blew us up.
You saw a glorious beacon of freedom burning in the night for all the... What is it, Boulder? Oh, bloody hell. Move! Move!
Uh-oh.
It'll take more than a grenade to finish off that old sod.
Meanwhile, let's do what he says and get moving, shall we?
Right, you'll need this. Contrary to what most people think, chickens are very, very crafty. They won't fall for any of that. Come here, chickie, chickie, I've got some lovely treats for you. Oh no, too smart. You have to defeat them psychologically. Now, they won't remain one concentrated force. They'll have redeployed into groups of 3 or so to maximize their tactical advantage. When you find one of these squads, flap your wings and such, and they should follow you back here. But don't let them try to negotiate with you. You do not want those little buggers inside your head, believe me.
Uh-oh.
Always on about the chickens and their freedom. You know what I think? I think it was you let them out.
You're right. I admit it. I couldn't live with myself any longer being complicit in this chicken oppression.
But they might have destroyed the entire town, possibly the world.
They might have gone off to live peacefully on their own. They might have created great works of art or literature. We don't know. And we have no right to take away their fundamental liberties based on our own prejudices.
Bear witness to the tragic futility that is man. Oh, how it doth sear my senses to see paradise and yet to be barred.
That reminds me of a great joke. A guard, a monk, and a chicken walk into a bar. Unfortunately, the bartender had had a mild heart attack that morning, so none of them get served.
And yet what purpose doth heartache serve when the infinite dark blanket that is death falls softly upon our still beating core?
That reminds me of another one. A corpse walks into a bar and says, "Can I have a lemonade?" "Certainly," replies the bartender. "I've never seen a stiff drink."
And so endeth our happy sad play, which reminds us we are made of nothing but clay. There's time only for our fool to say,
"Great big giant bosoms."
What the hell was that?
Biggest load of old tosh I ever saw. It didn't even make sense.
Worst play ever.
Look, he's doing it again. Hey, Grove, what's this one about? Come on, tell us a story.
Oh, you wouldn't like it. Violence, swearing, drunken orgies.
Yeah?
Yeah, it has none of those. Some of the words are really long.
Hey, I get by fine with short ones. In fact, I'm thinking of a few right now.
How can you read at a time like this? We could all be dead by morning.
I promised Captain Finn I'd read a few chapters of the autobiography he's working on, and I don't break promises, dead or not.
What a sycophant.
Sick or what? You want to do more reading instead of making up words?
I come here seeking nothing but what was promised me and my people. You pledged to restore our home mountains and our right to dwell in them. We have fulfilled our end of the bargain. We have paid with our lives to sit you on that throne. Now you must fulfill your end. Undo the damage your brother did to our land, and our agreement shall be satisfied.
Your Majesty, this sounds both an unnecessary expense and an impudent demand. What value is there in a few trees languishing amongst snow and rock? This is not the time to indulge some idyllic fantasy. Those forests are a resource, and we are in dire need of resources. I propose we expand on your brother's initiative and take what nature offers so readily. Say the word, and I will transform the worthless wasteland of Mistpeak into assets we can use to defend Albion.
These hands are not yet so old or weak that I can't wring that pretty little neck of yours, Reaver.
The refined retort of a true mountain goat.
You made
The Colonel.
Calm, imposing, and dignified. The Colonel is the gentleman of the course. If there were a door on the track, he would open it for the ladies. And if he wore a garment with sleeves, he would not wipe his nose on them. If he had a nose.
Oh, if he had a nose. Who's next? The Feathered Avenger.
This enigmatic bird is also known as He Who Kicks People, Khorne's worst nightmare, and the Hero Chaser. The Feathered Avenger has many names, but only one speed. Fast. Unless he's having an off day, in which case he's 2 speeds. But the second is nearly as fast as the first, so you'd hardly notice.
Two Wings Timmy.
2 Wings Timmy's secret weapons are his 2 wings. The advantage they give him over other chickens accounts for his performance relative to theirs, which is essentially comparable.
All right, you can see the odds up there, 5 to 1. Mostly slow.
Joe's name is deceptive. He's actually slow nearly all the time and prefers to be called William.
Oh. We have 400,000 gold right now.
It's, well, not as replete as one would like, but just imagine this room shimmering with hills, valleys, and plateaus of gold. A topography of riches going all the way up to the ceiling. It will require nothing less to build this army everyone is talking about. Which brings us to the second item on today's agenda, and one I'm personally very excited about. Setting the tax rate for the coming year.
All right, we're going to place the gargoyle right there.
Oh, this is brilliant! Brilliant!
Oh, you wait.
Right, let me see. Now then, here are the instructions. Prepare your display area in pride of place. Done that. Ensure that your garden ornaments are facing your gargoyle with unbroken line of sight. Check. Face your gargoyle, stand confident, take a deep breath, and say in an authoritative voice, oh, Gargulus multipolus us.
You should never move an injured person. Always look both ways before crossing a road. Don't play with matches. Don't eat wild mushrooms, they could be toadstools.
Oh, this is the greatest day of my life! Wait until I tell my family. Oh, I forgot I've stopped talking to them. Oh, who cares about them? This is mind-bogglingly amazing!